you need to get so bored that you get your attention span back. I'm now doing like 12 hours sat down at the desk, working on projects that I enjoy for the business, working on stuff that I'm getting excitement from it. Like my brain is working, and it will get to like the afternoon, evening, and I'm just like, I don't want to stop, right? So imagine how successful you would be if you could do this. Imagine how successful you would be if you could constantly sit down and stick to the tasks that you know that you needed to do. Imagine the power behind that. Imagine how successful you would become, or even more successful you would become. And the easiest thing to do this year is to just put the phone down. Put your phone down. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, you know, there's an addiction with the phone. There isn't. Every client that comes to me, I'm literally just put it into perspective. Like, you're looking into other people's lives before your own. Grow up. You're walking around with this little television in your pocket, getting little hits of dopamine from it. It's like, grow up. Literally grow up. Put it in grayscale, get bored, and turn it off. I've got an iPhone that's old, right? Because I'm away. I've got an iPhone that's old, it's in grayscale, I've deleted YouTube off it. There's no apps, the camera doesn't work, and I use that for WhatsApp to be in touch with people. That is it. Then I've got my work laptop. And then I've got a work phone that has all of my social media on it. But I know if I turn that on, I'm 80% more chance of going into a chaotic hole of just bullshit. So I'm just smart about it. This is exactly what you need to do, is you just need to remove what it is that's keeping you stuck. Then what's going to happen is you're going to sleep better. You're not going to be so stimulated. You're not going to be so chaotic. You're not going to be so wired before bed. And as soon as you get a decent sleep schedule in, you're going to wake up, you're going to be focused, and then the day is just going to take care of itself. Now in the morning, I recommend a walk. I film these YouTubes, and I do something productive. And I get my eyes in the sun, okay, helps with the circadian rhythm, and you're good to go. Now, a lot of people have the ability to achieve incredible things in life if they could just sit down. And I was a dopamine head, right? I used to love the drink, I used to love the other stuff that comes with it, I used to love partying, I used to love cheap dopamine of like watching a series and just bumming it about. But I had a lot of money then, so when I had done that, I didn't really feel guilty. It wasn't until things happened that I actually had to start being able to concentrate and being able to focus, and I had to learn this stuff for my job. Now, the work in the hard isn't you know, using your brain and doing stuff isn't the challenge. The challenge is actually how long can you focus for. Now, when it comes to focus, it's exciting because it leads into another part. How more positive would your life be if you could consistently think in a good headspace? I used to learn loads and be in a good headspace, and then all of a sudden it would just come crashing down. And I was like, what is going on here? The main thing about creating a new identity is focus. How long can you focus on staying in that state for? How long? How long can you do it? All right, there's going to be days that you get triggered and you end up to a vice. It happened to me yesterday, and it's not about laying in shame. Shame leads to that dopamine, like even more needing it, right? It's just about getting up and going again. Now, the ability to be able to focus for 10 or 12 hours a day. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this every day for years and years and years, because you're meant to enjoy life. Your most creativity comes when it's flowing. But at the moment, my brain is so bored because there's no instant hits coming in. There's no fucking binge watching anything. There's no like sweets. There's no sugar. There's nothing. I'm just pure locked in, right? I'm excited for walks in the morning. A walk in the morning used to be effort for me. I'm excited to sit down at the computer and do some work. I'm excited for boring tasks now because I'm just like, well, it's fun. This is why when people are in prison, they actually improve. They start reading books, they start training, they start learning, because there's nothing else to do. So they actually start getting excitement from them boring parts. And this is the trick. But we seem to think that we're constantly missing out because if we're not on the phone, we're missing out on something. And it's like, look at social media now. It's like, wow, like it desensitizes you. 1 minute you're going on there I don't even know what reason people go on there now. I don't even know why I go on it now, to be honest. And within a second, there's a load of peptides you want to take. There's an incredible bird. You're not ripped enough. You don't have a big house. You don't have a Lamborghini. And you've been to 4 funerals and 5 people you've watched climb Mount Everest. And you're sitting in your TV, sitting in your sofa in your boxers, not really doing much. And it's like, there's so much more to the world to experience. Like, there literally is so much more to the world to experience, but we just don't. We just get lost in this, watching other people, and it's sad. It's actually really sad when you think about it, because it's like we are just wasting our life away with these little pocket of problems that we carry around and we just stare at. Another thing for me is I've got a Whoop watch. There. So like, my steps is sorted, because I used to have to carry my phone around for my steps, which was just annoying. It was just a vice. Then, you know, what's the other? And then my sleep. I love being able to make sure I get like 80%, 100% sleep and recharge myself. And just get your brain back, man. Like, sit in silence and be bored, and get into the Bible or get into the book, and just really get yourself into that locked in version of you. And then when you actually go out and you leave the house, you start having fun. Like, I have fun every day now because my brain is just not overstimulated. It's not like chaotic. It's not mental. I just have clear, crystal clarity. So I urge anyone to do this. It isn't quite where they want to be yet. Get yourself what I've just said, get it done. Just turn the phone off as well, man. Like, actually turn it off. If you're in the UK and you've got family in the UK, get a flip phone. Or as I said, like, if you're abroad, just get a bad iPhone with WhatsApp, smash the camera on it, and be able to just have that focus and look away. But yeah, my whole life has changed since doing this. Sleeping better. When you sleep better, you wake up, you're more energized, you're more focused. Got my supplements on point. You know, sometimes we overdo it on the supplements. Like, I was taking too much melatonin, and I was waking up groggy the next day. So you have to kind of find your balance. I even know, yeah, 6 grams of Nescaf is actually banging for me. It doesn't give me an on edge look, so I take a couple of L-theanine with it, and it gets me in that flow. So see it as an experiment, see it as exciting of like, how amazing can you become? And don't get it twisted, like, I'm dieting at the moment, but I could go out for dinner, I could go and have fun, I could have that balance. But that all depends on what stage you are at in life at the moment. Are you in a stage where you need to lock in and you've got a vision and you need to have that solitude, or are you at a stage where you can kind of find that balance? It all depends on you. Most people doing 6 to 9 figures who I work with will go through seasons of that throughout the year. So just find your season, be realistic with it. You might not actually have the energy levels now to achieve what it is you want to achieve. So you need to really pull that back. That's why I do a life audit all the time with my clients. Sit down from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to sleep. We write out every single detail and we pinpoint what's going on. And then I get them to write out the dream day from the version of them that's already living it. And then we combine the two, and then you realize, wow, I'm way off. I am way off. And then you just start to switch things over. It doesn't have to be complicated like some people make it. But the main important thing to do if you want to change your life, you need to get your brain back first. So here we go. Beautiful morning, another walk. Getting massive. Got out of shape not long ago. I went through some deep childhood stuff, like facing the shadow. Carl Jung says, until you face the shadow, people will call people act unconsciously and call it fate or something. It was incredible, and it's been amazing, but there was no energy levels now, so I'm back in my locked in stage at the moment, so I'm enjoying it. I hope you're maybe liking these videos. I don't really know who watches them, to be fair. I just sort of just do a video and bang, but my mind is already on where I want this to be able to go. So if this is you, I'm sending you love, sending you light. I'll be here every day. Big love, Melly Movement, baby. Oof.